In this video, I'm going to show you how you can quit your job in 3 easy steps. An average person spends 1/3 of their life working for a job. To put that in perspective, if you live up to a lifespan of 80 years, that's like working 30 years of your life. That's a lot of time. And what's worse is that majority of the people hate their job. And the only reason they do it is because of financial reasons. That used to be me. I was working as a software developer for a very big corporation, and I was making close to 6 figures a year. Life was very comfortable. I was making money and things were going well. However, I had some internal frustration with the job because it did not align with my personality. I put aside this frustration for a while because money was good, but eventually that frustration caught up with me. In 2020, pandemic hit all of us. Many people lost their jobs and their life was turned upside down. I was one of the few lucky ones to not have been affected by the pandemic. I still had my job. However, as much as I'm grateful for that situation, that feeling towards my job still did not change. I still had that internal frustration. So I took a leap of faith, and in the middle of the pandemic, I walked away from a 6-figure job just like that. As it turns out, I thought I was the only one to be in that situation, but I was wrong. I went online on Reddit and I saw that a lot of people were in the same situation as me. They had a good paying job, or they had a job and they just did not like what they were doing, and they don't know how to get out of it. I made a plan a year ago to get out of this position, and I would like to share that with you on how I quit my job, and you can do it too. My how to quit your job plan only has 3 simple steps that you can follow. Although it's only 3 steps, the process is quite long. The first step is to, first of all, identify the reasons why you're not happy with your job, and also ask yourself what would be your dream job or your dream career. Without knowing why you're not happy and without knowing what is going to make you happy, you won't be able to come up with a plan or a career that's going to satisfy you. So this part a lot of people skip, and if you skip that, you will just jump from job to job, quitting it and not knowing why you don't like it. So you got to take some time out and reflect on why you're not happy with the job and what you can do about it. And once you have written down what it is that you want to do and what it's going to make you feel great, you can start making a plan, and that is step 2. Step 2, you need to have a plan. A lot of gurus out there will preach people to just quit their job cold turkey, but if you do that, you're just setting yourself up for a disaster. Within a month after quitting a job, you will just be working for another company again because you don't know what to do. You didn't have a plan. So that's why it's very important that in step 1, we identify what exactly is going to make us feel good, and we devise a plan, a career plan towards that feeling. And once you have a plan, you need to validate it. Having a plan is not a foolproof solution. Like, just because you have a plan, you quit your job, you don't even know if a plan is going to work or not. So it's very important that you need to validate it. And the way you can do that is by working on your plan after work, or whenever on the weekends, whenever you have extra time, you put your time towards working on that plan and make it your side hustle. That's what this side hustle means. Like, you're basically working on your plan, on your career plan after work. It could be, your side hustle could be anything. Like, it really depends on what your plan was in step 1. Perhaps you wrote down, I want to become a content creator, I want to become a YouTuber. If that's your plan, then you need to validate it before quitting the job. And the way you can do that is by making videos, see if it makes you happy, post it on YouTube, try to find a way to monetize it. And once you have validated the plan and you like it and you want to proceed with that, it's time to discuss about your financial plan. There are 2 plans. One is the career plan, and there's also a financial plan. Without planning out your finance, again, you'll be going into survival mode because you won't be able to pay your bills, and you will go work for a job again. That's again a disaster. That's not what you want to do. So you have a career plan. You have already found that out. Now it's time to discuss a financial plan. You need to have finance for at least a year, in my personal opinion, because anything less than a year, you will be not taking risk that you have to take in order to be successful in your side hustle. And also having a savings for 1 year will help you focus fully on your side hustle without ever having to look for another job. So this is very important. Now, there's a lot of ways that you can build your savings for 1 year. You can invest in stocks, you can start an online business, You can perhaps take another job. There's different ways to do that. That's going to be a whole different video. And if you want to know how I saved up for a year, leave a comment below and I will make a video on that. So step 2, have a career plan, validate it, and also have a financial plan, have savings for a year. Once you have that, we can move on to step 3. Okay, now you have a plan, you know what you want to do, you have validated it, and you have savings for a year. What is next? Well, the next step is to have strength, courage, and take a leap of faith. What do I mean by this? It is very, very hard to walk away from a job that has a steady paycheck, that drip feeds like a fixed amount every 2 weeks. It's very hard to walk away from that, to having no source of income or having very little income. It takes courage to walk away from that. And I call this the golden handcuffs because, especially if you have a job that pays well, you don't want to walk away from it. If you think logically, it doesn't make sense to do that. It's golden handcuffs because it basically cuffs your hand from going after what you want to do. It cuts off your wings from flying. That's the way that I look at it. But if you want to succeed and you know that your job is now making you happy and you have already validated your plan and you have savings for a year, you have no reason to stay in your job. You have to take that leap of faith and jump. As cliche as it may sound, it is true. There's no other way to put it. Without having the courage, you will never walk away from your job. And years from now, you'll always be asking, what if, and never find the answer. You have to jump, especially if you're young. You have nothing to lose, but everything to gain. And the sense of security that you have, the paycheck, is an illusion. You have to see through that and see long term. After I quit my job, I regretted it for about 2 weeks. I was thinking to myself, maybe I made the wrong choice, but after that 2 weeks, I feel great. I've been more productive and I've been full of energy and working on my side hustle, doing things that I want to do. I have complete control over my schedule. And the one reason I'm able to have the life that I want is because I took that leap of faith, and you have to do the same. Congratulations, you have now quit your job. You're working on your dream career and you have savings for a year. What is next? Well, what's next is very, very important. You have to be accountable to your time from now on. You no longer have a boss who you need to answer to. And if you're not careful, if you're not disciplined, you will waste away this opportunity and time. So it's very important that you put schedule in place. It's very important that you form habits that's going to help you stay focused. So what I do is I have a weekly schedule that I design every Sunday to plan out what I want to do. And I also have a whiteboard behind me where I write down the goals for the week, what I need to do, a rough roadmap of what I need to do in order to be successful. So you can do things like that. It's going to help you stay on track. Without having these tools, you may be lost and you don't know what you want to do. And you may also notice that you have more free time now. You can use that free time to your advantage as well. So you can start learning a new language or an instrument. You can do literally whatever you want with your free time, as long as it makes you feel good and energetic. The way that I'm using my free time is I want to restart this YouTube channel. I want to constantly release at least one video a week. That's the goal for now, and build it. And my other free time ideas is to socialize with friends or play sports. So the possibilities are endless. You can do whatever you want to do. And if you like this video, smash the like button, leave a comment below, and let me know why you're not happy with your job. And if you have come up with a plan already, if you already have a side hustle, you can paste your link to your side hustle or to your business below, and you can let people know, and we are a community so we can support each other. And until then, be fearless, my friends. Take care.